Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Alex Wenger Golf Daily Bulletin. Today is Friday, January the 17th, and we've got plenty of exciting golf updates for you. Let's dive right in. American Express Tournament underway. Yesterday, in La Quinta, California, the American Express Tournament kicked off across 3 courses: the Stadium Course, the Nicklaus Tournament Course, and La Quinta Country Club. The Stadium Course was a tough challenge, playing just over par, while the Nicklaus and La Quinta courses were far more forgiving, averaging nearly 4 under par. Leading after day 1 is JT Poston, with Nick Taylor and Joel Dahmen right on his heels.
My tip for the tournament was Danny Willis. He's currently sitting in tied 99th on 1 under par, but after
That's an interesting pick, David. Danny has shown flashes of brilliance in the past. If he can find his rhythm early and maintain consistency on all 3 courses, he could make a strong run. It'll be fun to see how he handles the unique rotation format and whether he can keep himself in contention through the weekend.
Well, I feel he finished 2024 very strongly in the Nedbank Golf Challenge. His final round of 2024 was a 5 under par. That's why I picked Danny as my tip. He started on the harder course this week. We'll see how the rest of the week pans out for him. One European golfer who is lighting it up over there is Matthias Schmidt, who has posted an 8 under par in his first round and is sitting in tied third, just behind Lower and JT Poston.
Schmidt's performance is definitely worth noting. An 8 under start is impressive by any standard, and it puts him in a fantastic position early on. If he can build on that momentum, it could be a breakout week for him. As for Danny Willis, finishing 2024 on a high note often sets a player up for a strong start the next year. Starting on one of the tougher courses might actually benefit him in the long run. Once he moves to the easier rotations, he could find himself climbing the leaderboard quickly.
How do you think this format plays out? I guess it's kind of hard for us to report on it as it's 3 different courses.
It definitely makes the reporting a bit trickier, since the conditions can vary so much from course to course. Players rotating through different layouts means you can't directly compare scores without taking that into account. Some might find a groove on the easier courses and post low numbers, while others struggle on tougher layouts. That variety can shake up the leaderboard quite a bit, and it also keeps things unpredictable, which is part of what makes the American Express such a unique event.
I see one of your tips, Siwoo Kim, South Korean, great golfer, finished 4 under.
An exciting player to watch. While it's still early in the event, if he can find some consistency over the next few rounds, he might be able to work his way into contention. His game has a lot of potential, and the unique format might play to his advantage if he can stay patient and capitalize on scoring opportunities. Over in Dubai, Rory McIlroy began his title defense at the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. After an opening round of 70, he's 5 shots off the leaders, David Ford, Ricardo Gouveia, and David Micheluzzi, each of whom posted 65s. McIlroy described his play as scrappy, but remains hopeful he can climb the leaderboard.
Round 2 has started, Alex. Hilter is leading with 9 under par. He's through 14 in his second round. Seems to be off to a great start. Behind him, there's a couple of interesting, nice rounds posted. McIlroy still not on the course.
It's shaping up to be an exciting day in Dubai. The second round often brings a lot of movement on the leaderboard. With Hilter making a strong push, it's anyone's game at this point. As for McIlroy, once he gets out there, we'll see if he can mount a charge and close that gap.
So he's currently sitting at 2 under alongside Tom McGibbon, his clubmate, who we've heard a lot about lately. Tom is a guy who I followed around here in Switzerland in the Omega Masters last year and has what it takes to light up 2025. Another great Irish golfer, joining the long list of Irish golfers who are really putting in some hard work out on the course. McGibbon has had some mixed seasons, but certainly has shown great potential, and we really hope to see him kicking on from here. He's a guy who I feel we could see on a Ryder Cup sometime in the near future, and he'll certainly feel that way himself. He definitely benefits from sharing the club with Rory McIlroy, but I'm certain that he will bring a lot to 2025 in the world of golf. I was also going to comment on Padraig Harrington, who is sitting in tied 32nd on 2 under after his first round. Padraig Harrington being my favourite golfer and my hero growing up. I'm delighted to see him still in contention in these competitive tournaments. Harrington is a real role model for everybody in golf, especially coming from Ireland. His successes over the years have really brought a lot of joy.
Absolutely. Padraig Harrington's continued presence in competitive events is always inspiring. For a generation of golfers, he's not just a champion, but a reminder that passion and hard work can keep you relevant at any stage of your career. It's great to see him mixing it up with the younger players and showing he still has what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. As is Adam Scott here, who's sitting in tied 14. He's on the 12th hole at the moment of his second round. And Adam Scott is really looking for a bright 2030 to 2025 also.
Playing some solid golf. Adam has always been known for that beautiful, smooth swing, and it's no surprise to see him holding his own in the top 15. If he can keep that rhythm going, he might just move further up the leaderboard as the day progresses.
Absolutely. And I see a Portuguese golfer here tied third at the moment. Ricardo Gouveia. And
that's intriguing. Seeing a Portuguese golfer in the mix is definitely a storyline to keep an eye on. It's always exciting when players from less traditionally dominant golfing nations make a charge on the leaderboard. It adds some great variety to the competition and shows just how global the game has become.
Well, Portugal, of course, has all those wonderful golf courses in and around the Algarve, Vila Moura, and I'm sure you can name a few more. Who are some of the other golfers from Portugal? I'm racking my brains here. I can't seem to think of any. Alex, what do you think? Who throughout history has been Portugal's leading golfers?
You're absolutely right. Portugal is well known for its incredible courses, especially in the Algarve and areas like Vila Moura and Quinta do Lago. When it comes to golfers, Ricardo Melo Gouveia is probably the most recognizable name in recent years. He's had some solid performances on the DP World Tour, representing Portugal at a high level. Other than that, the country hasn't had a long list of international stars, but with great facilities and a growing golf culture, I'd expect we'll see more Portuguese talent emerging in the future. PGA Tour to relocate Genesis Invitational. In a surprising move, the PGA Tour announced it will be relocating next month's Genesis Invitational. Due to wildfires in Los Angeles, the event won't be held at Riviera. Officials are still deciding on a new venue. This decision comes as the tour aims to support the local community during these challenging times. Upcoming events. Looking ahead, the Farmers Insurance Open is set for January 25th to 28th at Torrey Pines, followed by the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions at Lake Nona, running January 30th to February 2nd. The TGL Golf League, founded by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, began its inaugural season earlier this month at the new SoFi Center in Florida. That's today's news on the Alex Wenger Golf Daily Bulletin. Stay with us as the season continues.
Very true, very true. Now, you brought some news earlier about a relocation of a tournament, Alex. Can you dive into a little bit more detail for that?
Sure, David. The Genesis Invitational, originally scheduled for Riviera next month, is being relocated due to the ongoing wildfires in the Los Angeles area. While officials haven't announced the new venue yet, the decision was made in partnership with local stakeholders to support the affected community. It's a tough call, but the priority is ensuring the safety of everyone involved and doing what's best for the region.
Here at the Alex Wenger Morning Bulletin and the A-Ward Golf Foundation, we extend our thoughts and prayers directly to all those affected in California and beyond by those wildfires. It's something that we've actually seen here in Switzerland in Oberwalde a few years ago. I have to say it's a really terrifying and destructive time. It's very difficult to wrap your head around the size
Absolutely,
and the
David.
scale.
It's heartbreaking to see the toll these wildfires can take on people, their homes, and the environment. As you mentioned, even places far from California have felt the impact of similar natural disasters. The golf community always comes together in times like these. and it's great to see the PGA Tour stepping up to make adjustments for the safety and well-being of everyone involved.
That's very true, Alex. Yesterday, we spoke a little bit in our first morning bulletin about golf on the moon, and Alex gave us an attempt of a joke about why a golfer brought 2 pairs of pants. So I'm going to challenge you, Alex, my co-host. Can we lighten the mood a little bit? Can you give us a better joke this morning?
All right, David, here's a fresh one for you. How about this? Why did the golfer bring an extra pencil? Just in case he needed to draw a bogey.
No, I didn't fancy it. Give us a golf quote of the day from one of the legends, please.
All right, let's turn our attention to one of the all-time greats, Arnold Palmer, known not only for his incredible achievements on the course, but also for the way he brought golf to the masses. Palmer revolutionized the game with his charisma and determination. One of his most famous pieces of advice was, concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. He believed that if you approached every round, every hole, with a sense of purpose and focus, you could achieve great things. Palmer's legacy isn't just about his trophies. It's about how he inspired millions of people to pick up a club and try the game.
Absolutely. Palmer, a real legend of the game, of course, and one that we all know. I didn't get to watch Arnold Palmer too much.
Without a doubt, David. Arnold Palmer's influence on golf goes beyond the fairways. He brought an entire generation into the game and set a standard for what it means to be a true ambassador of the sport.
So, Alex, have any controversies to bring us today in this episode of the Bulletin?
No major controversies on the table today, David. The focus has mostly been on great performances and tournament updates, rather than off-course disputes. Of course, in golf, things can always pop up unexpectedly, so it's something we'll keep an eye on as the season progresses.
I want to know if there's anything you can tell us from the women's game. Yesterday we spoke about Steph Connolly and her successes in the last 2 years and how she's got her rewards. Any other news from maybe on this side of the pond, in the European side, from the LET, or any updates that you can bring us?
Sure thing, David. Over on the Ladies European Tour, there's been a lot of talk about rising stars as the season gets underway. One name that keeps popping up is Lynn, who had a breakout year last season and is now looking to continue her momentum into 2025. With her sharp iron play and fearless approach, she's been touted as a strong contender in the upcoming events. Another player making waves is Pia Babnik from Slovenia. At just 20 years old, she's already proven she can contend with the best, and many are keeping an eye on her progress. The L is set to kick off in earnest soon, and with a mix of young talent and seasoned pros, it's shaping up to be a fascinating year for the women's game on this side of the pond.
Absolutely. We dived a little bit in 2024 into the LET Q School, and those were actually some of my favourite episodes to record. I believe we got some of the best content out of those episodes of our podcast. So, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the LET kicking off this year. Lynn Grant, another Swede, a young Swede. They must be doing something right up in Sweden, because they really are producing some amazing male and female golfers.
No doubt about it, David. Sweden's long been a powerhouse in both men's and women's golf. From Annika Sorenstam's era-defining dominance to the next wave of players like Lynn Grant and Maya Stark, they've cultivated a culture that consistently breeds top talent. It's not just about producing great players. It's about creating a system that keeps them competitive on the world stage year after year. They must have that secret recipe dialed in, because the Swedish pipeline just keeps delivering.
Very true. And Slovenia, that's a new one for me. Very happy to see a good young Slovenian golfer making waves as well. We'll be back again tomorrow morning with updates from the American Express and, of course, from the Dubai Desert Classic.
Sure. Thanks for tuning in to today's Alex Wenger Golf Daily Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow morning as we bring you the latest updates from the world of golf. Until then, keep hitting it straight and enjoy your round.
Great job, Alex. Thank you.
You're very welcome, David.